9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. You're probably guessing why I am hosting. This is your timeless elite, your pre-art princess, everything you need to know, and Stone Cold Courtney is with you. The parents are away with our sponsors, All Caribbean Wrestling. So now it's the siblings that are taking over. So we're going to we have so much to cover from Raw, NXT, of course, AEW Dynamite tonight, but I'm not doing this alone. And I got a few siblings to help me, and it's only appropriate that it goes ladies first.
It's the Queen Bee of WWT, Wrestling with Honey Whip.
Honey Pot Predictions.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I'm in the 90s, shoulder shrug and bopping to some TLC, some feel-good music right now, because it is a beautiful day in the honey pot. How you doing, Courtney?
I'm doing good on this Wednesday. There was so much to catch on. If you were on the watch along last night with me, there was a lot of mayhem, and I'm very curious on what this person has to say after joining last night's watch along.
It's Councilman Will Pharaoh of Strattonville with his Parisiac constituents.
Councilman, how are you?
It's hot in here, y'all. Good Lord. Woo! Child.
I wish it was hot up here. It's cold over here.
Woo.
Yeah, I mean,
not the last night. All that heat that got delivered last night. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I got a fire joke, but I stay in California, so that might be still a little too insensitive. But let me tell you. Woo.
Oh, there is a lot.
I've been sweating out here from that heat that was delivered last night.
Oh, Jesse, we're going to be talking about that during our show. And of course, there's one more sibling that we need to add to the bunch. And I'll let the intro speak for itself.
It's Deonne from At All Star Fandom.
Quite frankly, you need to go back to the drawing board because your game absolutely sucks.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just got to say, I don't know what they call these things where they put the face on there, but you got the perfect face.
Thank you.
Dylan ain't missed yet. Every time for some reason, like his shit just be spot on. Spot the fuck on.
Yeah, I'm happy I could get on. I saw Courtney had the keys to the car today, so I was like, I can't miss today.
We out. Where we going?
Yes. This lady does. But, we got a lot of stuff to cover. And we want to congratulate wish everybody into the chat. Jeffrey, Easy Knot, King Mike Hall.
Yes,
Thank you.
Happy Wednesday, guys.
And of course, our wonderful producer from the future, Dylan, was with us. And I think I did see Pachu show up and Boza show up. So we want to thank all of you for joining on this special edition. Now, before we get to NXT, because that's what everybody wants to talk about, we got to get through Raw first. We got to get through Raw. There was a lot that happened this past Monday night on Raw. We found out we have another match announced for Elimination Chamber. It would be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. There's going to be a lot of mayhem with these two. And I just want to get your thoughts on this match added, because we know the history between Sami and Kevin. We know how they operate well. So just want to get your thoughts, and especially the promo that as Councilman called him, Mick Foley Jr. on he did to Adam Pearce. So I will start off with Deonne. Deonne first.
No, it surprised me that we're getting it this early. I thought do we still get like a WrestleMania match with them even through this? Because like how far do you go after an unsanctioned match? It's hard for me to say what. I wanted to see it at Mania, so I really hope they still get that Mania. But it just was inevitable. It was bound to happen. Sammy put the ones up again. and Kevin Owens has been going against the Bloodline for what, 4 years now? It seems like a long time. It's just been him getting hit by golf carts and handcuffed to things, beat by people. Just like, it's been a long 4 years. So low key, I feel where he's coming from, but it surprised me that it's happening at Elimination Chamber, given we got 2 Elimination Chamber matches to crown people to go to WrestleMania to face for world titles and whatever. Yeah, it just came out of nowhere for me. But I'm not gonna say I'm looking forward to it, but thought it would have been a Mania event or a Mania card instead of an Elimination Chamber.
Honey, your thoughts on this match?
As I said in the chat, this is pretty much Fight Forever number 1000. But I'm honestly still here for it. I'm not going to complain because I know if there's anything that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have together, it's amazing chemistry. And being that we are finally at this stage of their relationship on WWE main card soil, this is going to be really interesting. I do agree with Deonne. I kind of would have thought that this would be in a Mania situation, but I guess they have different plans for later on, or we'll see what the aftermath of this will be, which I'm not sure if there will be anything of them left. It's an unsanctioned
what else
match.
Can you do? Like, what else can you do?
Yeah, like exactly. But I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see this version, especially considering their history and them being just winning tag team championships, just a couple years back in Mania and becoming a unit that they have been. Like, it's always written in their story that eventually Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, as much as they are friends, they're gonna fight. So I totally expect this, and I expect this to be ugly at Elimination Chamber.
Councilman, your thoughts?
I don't care.
Not this time, man. With all the
come on,
I completely disagree. This is not a WrestleMania worthy match. We in Vegas, and that is not what I want to see booked in my WrestleMania. It is right where it needs to be, in their hometown, in Canada. Let them go at it. We know they're gonna give us. They're gonna give us a match. That ain't none of us questioning that. And then close the book. I don't need to see that crap no more. Give me Kevin and Randy at WrestleMania.
I mean, that's still on the table, right? Like
exactly. And Sammy, I don't know what Sammy gonna do now after this, because Sammy ain't got no prospects.
No.
And that's all, and that's his fault. Why? Because Mick Foley Jr. knew what he was doing. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And it's just like, okay, cool. I'm glad y'all pulled it at Elimination Chamber rather than wasting a WrestleMania slot.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't see it. I even said last night, like, to be honest, Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay's beef is way more interesting to me than this Kevin and Sammy beef. Going back and forth, back and forth. At this point, the police need to get involved, because this is domestic violence at this point. Like, they just keep beating on each other. And it's just like, yo, like, how many times are we going to see this story? Like, how many times? How many times are we going to keep bringing this up?
You don't think this adds a new wrinkle to it, though? Like with the whole bloodline?
Because the reason is that they're gonna make up again. This isn't one of those like, oh, it's finally where like, yo, we do not mess with each other ever.
It's wrestling, man. It's wrestling.
That's why it's gotten mundane. It's
I got you.
It's just like, okay, y'all gonna do this. 6 months gonna go by, and then y'all gonna hug, and then you're gonna get that little pop again, and y'all back together. Like, there is no like, give me the feud of like, nah, bro, like we for real done. Like, this it. This ain't no like, we do this, we gonna be mad, and then we'll come like, nah, man, I want to see, man, hey, fuck Kevin Owens for life.
Oh my God.
Oh my
for life. That's what I want. That's the heat I need from them. No, screw them for life. We can't even be in the same. We can't even be at the Hall of Fame together to bring people in and watch them.
That would be really dope to just have a full-on like lifetime, right? Like just keep it kayfabe, right? Like just whole time. Like, I don't like you. He was like me. In interviews, just keep roasting each other. That would be good. That'd be good.
That would actually
That's
be pretty
not what
funny.
It should be never ending at this point.
Yeah.
And that's
also,
why fight forever. That's the
forever.
moral of the relationship of Sami Zayn and Kevin.
Fight forever, and also adding into it because I mean it's not a coincidence they're in Toronto, and even with Sami because I don't know if anybody's been paying attention on Raw, but there's another person that's eyeing Sami Zayn, and his name is Karrion Kross because he's been saying a lot to Sami, but we shall see what happens in the coming weeks between him and Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross deserves better.
He does.
Trust me. It's a slow cook with Karrion Kross. It's a very slow cook.
Karrion Kross going up against a WrestleMania main eventer, man.
He beat world champions last year. Like, it's a super slow cook. Trust me.
Well,
I stand by that. I stand by it.
You gonna stand and he main event at WrestleMania.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let stand on that.
But we do have something that will make you happy here.
Yes, we do have the match next week. Also, before we get to that, we also Dakota Kai versus Ivy Nile. Dakota Kai came out the winner, and she's facing Lyra Valkyria for the Intercontinental title next week. So that's something to look forward to. We also saw Penta go up against Pete Dunne. And also, if you notice, Ludwig Kaiser was at ringside. And I don't know, this is going to be interesting between Ludwig and Pete and Penta. So that's slowly going to cook.
Crazy.
That match was crazy. But we already know why. Elimination Chamber. The women's is complete. The men's is complete. Roxanne Perez, as I said, Roxanne, she got the last spot to the Elimination Chamber, and this is your official 6th.
This one looks fun. This one looks fun.
This one looks really fun.
Before we get into this,
yes,
we gotta rewind back. Lillian Garcia, you dirty motherfucker!
Hey, be nice.
No! How dare you? How dare you disrespect my client on her debut on Monday Night Raw? How
oh, he got the shades on too.
How dare you, Lillian Garcia? Debut, the Iron Woman of the Royal Rumble, 2-time NXT Women's Champion, the greatest women's wrestler in the world, and you don't know her name? This is all Samantha's Urban fault because she would have never let this happen. Lillian, you ought to know better. You need to watch the program. You disrespected the women's division today by disrespecting my client. How dare you? But you know what? Your councilman did not go out like that because I talked to Adam Pearce, and I can't give no information away too much. But just know this: my client will be at WrestleMania in some capacity. Just know, Adam Pearce got my letters. He got my call. He knew he saw the disrespect. And both you Hispanic. So what are we doing? Roseanne? What we ain't used a Roseanne since Roseanne. Ain't nobody named Roseanne in the fucking 20th century right now. Give me another Roseanne. What kind of Mickey Mouse organization shit is this that's going on?
Oh, come on, Councilman. I've never seen Councilman this heated. Oh,
cause like, yo,
I'm using my shades to hide, by the way.
This is my client's debut. They have built her up to be first of all.
Cousin Ron, real quick, Councilman. Cousin Ron, just to catch you up to speed, Councilman is cursing out Lillian Garcia right now because they announced Roxanne as Roseanne Perez.
Yes.
The disrespect.
But go ahead, proceed, Councilman. Sorry.
I don't. Again, Lillian Garcia showed her age. She showed us some hateration, holleration in this wrestlery. And you know, and you know what? This is Samantha Urban's fault. I hope your album is fire. It better be fire for you leaving us with this. And with disrespect. I was about to say something real messed up, but I'm not gonna disrespect Lillian Garcia like that. But she know what she did.
Oh.
And I want an apology to my client. Because how dare you? And shout out to Michael Cole for saying her name multiple times so it got through that it is Roxanne Perez. I have not seen can y'all answer me that? When the last time you heard somebody named Roseanne? When you have any of y'all work with somebody named Roseanne? Does your mama know anybody named Roseanne?
No.
Not even like a first name Rose, middle name Ann situation. Not even.
No. I think there's only one Roseanne in the world, and we ain't even talking about her no more.
Well, but woo.
Well, that was very interesting. So, Roxanne Perez, or just go with the song, Roxanne. Just think of Roxanne.
She's just man, dog. But I'm glad she won. She won. She beat Raquel Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to the Elimination Chamber as she deserves. Lillian Garcia, you need to move to SmackDown. That's what you need to do. You need to go to SmackDown. Go disrespect SmackDown superstars. Go mess up Chelsea Green's name or something. Call her Chelsea Red or whatever. Go disrespect her. Don't you disrespect my client moving forward. That's all I know. The audacity of Lillian Garcia.
Well, we have Roxanne Perez, Bailey, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and the EST Bianca Belair as our finalists.
I mean, any thoughts you guys want to put in?
I think
would share.
I think Councilman had a lot of thoughts, but I'll just go with I love this. And as Deonne said, when the picture popped up, this looks fun. I was a little worried that they were gonna have Roxanne lose, but I'm glad they didn't, and they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was rooting for that, but I'm just saying, like, I had a weird feeling, like, you know what I mean, like just a bad inkling that Raquel Rodriguez, because I'm looking at this Elimination Chamber, and usually there's like that one big girl, like, you know, we usually have Nia Jax, or we have Rhea Ripley, or we have, you know what I mean, or I wouldn't say Charlotte is the big, but I'm just saying like a big boss level.
She can be considered that.
But now we have these women. We have some fresh faces here. Roxanne's first chamber. We have Alexa Bliss, who's no stranger to any of this. Liv Morgan as well. Bianca Belair, and then Naomi and Bailey. And there's so much going on in this dynamic that we don't even know. That will definitely be unleashed during this match, and these girls are going to put on a hell of a show.
Yeah,
it's going to be so good.
Because we even talked about it. Like, we thought that they were going to make the easy choice and put Roxanne in. So you have Roxanne live with Naomi and Bianca. So because that whole thing that they got going on.
Raquel?
But Raquel, yeah, what did I say?
Roxanne.
I can't get it out of my head, man. You went on a pretty long diatribe there about
Lillian Garcia watching this and they're getting her head too.
But I thought they were going to do that instead. But look at this card now. Got the young up-and-comer, the wily veterans, and I think this was going to be fun. Still don't know who to pick for a winner. I think
I still need to marinate on it. I still need to marinate on this.
This is very easy because the story tells itself. It ain't Alexa because she on SmackDown, so it ain't gonna be her.
You never know.
It's not because why put her on SmackDown, do all this stuff with the Wyatt Six, and have her go to Raw? That don't make no sense. They cooking something over there on SmackDown. Liv and Raquel, depending on how this match goes with the women's tag team titles, all of them are in a rivalry. So like all of them are, and Naomi and Bianca are
the four of them.
Well, they can do
all the four are in a rivalry.
There's a tag title match next week, right?
Monday, yeah. So depending on that, but
they'll lose them.
Yeah. So the only two is Roxanne and Bailey.
Y'all just want these girls to lose these titles.
Ooh.
I didn't say that.
I felt we've had this discussion before. I felt like
I know.
I'll call this though. I think Bianca's gonna pin Naomi and get her out of the chamber. I am calling that, or vice versa.
Or vice versa. I
think that's gonna happen in the chamber.
And I don't think they walk in tag champions either.
That'd be crazy if they don't.
And whoever wins this faces Rhea.
They face
Yeah.
whoever whoever wins between because there's a match after between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the women's title. So whoever wins faces off against whoever's the winner of that match.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Because I honestly don't. Liv is a safe bet, Boza, but I think that I don't want to see another Liv versus Rhea match at WrestleMania.
They killed it. They
or
had
at
that
SummerSlam, like SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see it again. Like, I know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This might be Roxanne's time. Because do we make Bayley go back to back with championship matches at WrestleMania?
I mean, being a Bayley fan, I would love that.
So you want to see
her lose twice?
You want to see Bayley and Io too?
Well, no. That match did surprise me last year, though. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good one. But any dynamic when you throw Rhea in this thing too, I think you get a fresh match either way other than Liv. Like I think that plate's empty. That plate's clean.
We've exhausted the Liv train for right now. Let it. I like it in the tag team thing right now. Just for now. Like I don't know, man. I'm going with Roxanne.
Of course you are.
I still need time to think about this.
Not because I'm biased, because it's my client. I'm just process of elimination. Like, just like so. Again, my stuff might change by next Friday.
It sure will.
Because I gotta see the title. I gotta see the tag team titles thing. Because if the strength ain't on Bianca and Naomi,
that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, then we let it marinate.
Yeah, then we different.
And then we also have
because if
the men's match. Well, it's updated, but Seth.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong picture. My bad.
No, that's okay. But Seth Rollins got the final spot, so now it's Seth Rollins.
No, not that. Who won? Who won? Not you, honey. I'm talking about who won. My bad.
He was staying you all day.
No, not because you got the wrong
disappointing look on his face. Like, I can't believe she did this again.
No. My bad.
Like, I would never.
I saw her face do this, man. No.
Oh, but yeah, about who won. Yeah, man.
Who won?
Well, obviously we know who won. Seth Rollins has the last spot. So no, it's Seth, CM Punk, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest. Just want to get your thoughts on how do you feel about the men's chamber? Any early predictions? And I'm gonna start with you, Councilman. I want to get your thoughts on the men's.
I feel like Finn Balor should quit WWE now and go to AEW. Where he will be welcomed with open arms.
Don't you say that?
He need to go
Hell no.
That was some bullshit.
I understand, but he will better not go over there.
Go ahead to AEW, dog. Go ahead.
Oh God!
No.
Oh my God!
Go ahead. Just like
no,
that.
don't.
Be Prince Devitt and get yourself a championship belt. I like the men's. I want to call this very predictable. And that John Cena is going to win. But I want to ask y'all, can you paint me another story of someone else that wins this to go face Cody?
One of these guys?
Yeah, because obviously Cody is gonna close the show for night 2 with the championship.
I mean, that CM Punk is probably other than John Cena, who I'm looking at now, just the history and promos Cody Rhodes and CM Punk have had, I could see that one happening more than any other one.
So you think Punk's going to win?
You think so?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I think old man's going to win because we got to get this championship this year.
17.
We got to get 17. That's my hate. Hey, you know what? You want to know what my story is to finish this year, honey? That's my story to finish this year. For WrestleMania.
Oh,
I'm on
to a new story.
I'm gonna get the hat and shirt and wear it every week, leading up to Mania.
I'm on that train with you right there, Deonne. I'm on that train with you. Give me 17.
Yeah, give me 17. But yeah, CM Punk is probably the only other person I can think of like has a good strong tie to Cody. the Cena match would be amazing. Seth still has that tie to Cody, but the Tribal Chief is out there waiting for him somewhere. So, yeah, that's on Cena or Punk.
I don't know why, man. Everything's itching me towards Punk versus Logan Paul.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know why. Also,
I think it's a side quest, but I don't know about that at Mania though.
But no. So go with me on this though. Does Punk pull double duty?
Do 2 nights?
Night 1, Logan calls
for championship the next night.
Calls in his favor.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, that favor
Well,
too. That damn favor.
Because of that favor, and I was gonna bring it up. And
Yeah.
since you mentioned it, that's exactly why he's not winning this chamber. I'll tell you that much. I'm surprised nobody's making a strong case for Man of the Year all 2024, and that's Drew McIntyre.
That's actually my pick, Drew McIntyre, because of the promo he did with Cody. Also, I didn't even bring this up because Logan Paul has a history of screwing people inside the chamber. He has a history of screwing people. And that's something. So that could be another storyline. But Drew, the promo that he did with Cody, it just really brought a lot of chemistry with them. And I could see them having a good match at WrestleMania. I mean, it may not be sold to others, but the chemistry that they have and storyline wise.
And not just that, but Drew McIntyre also, I think, additionally adds long-term storytelling with it, because he's on the road to redemption again. He wants to get that moment again that he had at Mania that only lasted a couple minutes until Damian Priest ruined it.
It's like 4 minutes.
And it's not like we know he can't carry Cody mic to mic, and we know what he can do in the ring. I think Drew is more than capable of delivering and winning in this chamber.
But when you say like Drew, like they've sort of planted some seeds between him and Damian Priest too, a bit after like with the Rumble elimination, and then a little bit after that. So I feel like there's a lot of crossover appeal. We're probably looking at a lot of matches, WrestleMania matches in this one graphic right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if I'm being honest, Cody and Drew McIntyre is SummerSlam at best right now.
I love Drew. Love him.
Love Drew.
Him to death.
Love Drew. But
for a Mania, as bad as it sounds, you have to go marquee.
Yeah, because remember, and we're only saying that because think about what we've talked about before. Vegas, WrestleMania, and trying to bring in folks who are not diehard fans.
Okay, so Drew versus Logan at WrestleMania then. Maybe Drew's the one he screws over.
I'm all for that.
And not for nothing, the Twitter war would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I'm all for that.
The back and forth between them two would be crazy build up.
Yeah, that would. The only one that's kind of like the odd man out and really just the dark horse of it is Damian Priest. And not to take nothing away from him, because I know he's gonna shine in that match. It's just kind of like he has nothing to lose.
Yeah. Because all he has to do, he's on SmackDown anyway. He's going after Gunther.
Yep.
See, yeah. So
he could he's on SmackDown now.
So why is he going after Gunther?
No, Gunther's on.
Oh no, excuse me.
Yeah, I was like, Gunther's on.
Never mind. This portal shit.
I think it messed up anybody with the transfer portal.
Oh, wait, what?
I was like, wait, Gunther's on
I
Raw.
can't keep up with nothing. There's just so, like we said, look at the title of the show. Total Nonstop Mayhem. Okay?
So did we talk about like what that favor might be?
No.
Yes.
I know
what it could
speculated
be
amongst ourselves, but what the
we
hell is this favor if Roman doesn't have a championship?
But also, too, here's my thing. Are we putting a lot on Paul Heyman? Like he got it like that, though?
That's why I was
like, no disrespect to Heyman. Like, Heyman is a Hall of Famer, a legend, but like, do he got main event pull like that?
Yeah.
He could be.
Why wouldn't he?
I mean,
Why would he?
I mean, Roman.
Why
Brock.
wouldn't he? He's been part of all these main events at WrestleMania, whether it was Roman, whether it was Brock, whether it was Punk.
He's on a 2K cover like this, man. Like, come on.
Morello has been a part of a whole bunch
without
of
Paul
WrestleMania.
Heyman, you don't get the cinema. Like Boss Lady has said it numerous times here, he needs to win a damn Emmy for the way he's like how he acts, and he's all in when he's invested into his character. But
that's with the tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? This is for CM Punk.
In order to screw Cody? Hell yeah, he would. To screw Cody out of after beating his tribal chief and everything. Oh, absolutely. I think he would.
Well,
I think he does have pull like that. I mean, when you align with yourself with the likes of the tribal chief as well as the final boss.
To get a Mania main event or title shot is what we're thinking these favors might be.
You never know.
I don't know.
In the world of wrestling.
Never know.
There's still so much to decipher.
It better be worth it. That's all
happened yet.
but again, would we be mad at a triple threat match between Cody, John Cena, and CM Punk?
God, no. Not for that. And usually I don't like
triple threat.
Triple threat, yeah.
With who?
John Cena, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship.
I don't know.
I don't
know.
That's the one multi-man match for Mania that could work.
But if you really want to sell some tickets, though, and really make something happen, it should be Cody versus Goldberg for the title.
Oh
if we want to sell out
we're not talking about Goldberg.
Next. Pyro just popping out. I want to come out of my nose.
We'll see what happens on the road to Elimination Chamber Saturday, March 1st in Toronto.
The ring couldn't hold all that. Sorry.
That's too much.
We'll see what happens. But let's turn our tables from the wrestlers to announcers. So Michael Cole was actually on Logan Paul's podcast this past week, and it said in the news that he actually signed a new WWE deal. So he talked a little bit about his new deal, saying, I just signed a brand new contract with the company, so I'm going to be here for a number of years. The company really made me feel for the first time that I was really important to this place. After 28 years, the paycheck is part of it, but the new regime had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And he also had some interesting things to say on not being a pro wrestling announcer. He said, I never pretended in 28 years to be a professional wrestling announcer. I'm a narrator. I'm a storyteller. I'm a pitchman. I'm a somewhat of a play-by-play announcer. I embellish stories. I create characters. I'm a jack of all trades. And I think that's the one thing that when I first started my career here, one of the reasons the fans hated me because I wasn't a professional wrestling announcer. But I just think over the years, they come to respect the work ethic, and they also understand that. To your point, I've been a soundtrack for a couple of different generations now, not only within the business, but also with the fans watching at home. And it has been confirmed that it's been an 8-year deal. So given the fact, because he did start pretty much during the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, the PG era, the COVID era, he's done a lot. So I just want to get your thoughts on this new deal with Michael Cole and actually what he had to say on Logan Paul's podcast. And I'll start with you, honey.
I think we're at a really good I think Michael Cole's in a really good space in his career. And I think it shows a lot more, especially, when having to work with different commentators and seeing how he's developed such a great bond with Pat McAfee, and it just makes commentary 10 times greater because they both work well, they're funny, and they play off each other. I think Michael Cole has just always been a special talent. It's so crazy how I think of Michael Cole back in the day. I still see like the bleach blonde strip in the hair. I still see like the denim on denim with the WWF like symbol. Like, I see him getting sunned by DX and chewed out by The Rock, and like, you know, and how far he's come to even wrestling at WrestleMania, and you know, the whole anonymous Raw general manager thing. Like, Michael Cole has secretly found a way and done it in a very unique way that I don't think many commentators or announcers have done, is without even being a wrestler. I mean, obviously, besides Gorilla Monsoon, who obviously was a superstar, and we are going to get into that as well. He also was a wrestler, but Michael Cole wasn't necessarily a wrestler. But it's just the fact that he was able to reinvent himself without pretty much trying to reinvent himself. It just worked, and to be able to say things like, "I feel important here," you know, after signing a new contract with WWE, it just seems like he's so much more, he's just having a lot more fun now. It's not so much like you're at work. And that's honestly what it should feel like when you work and do something. Like, it should never feel like work. You should always enjoy it and love it. And it definitely shows, and congrats to him and shout outs.
Deonne, your thoughts with Michael Cole and what he said and his new extension deal within WWE?
Well, there's a lot, because this guy, when he took the commentating desk, had some big shoes to fill in a lot of people's eyes with JR. JR was the soundtrack of the Attitude Era, probably like the highest time in wrestling. And a lot of times we didn't think it was going to get any better than JR. We wanted JR back for a lot of times. He's taking Cole's Mania matches sometimes, you know, but the key thing I took from that is like new regime. This man has had Vince McMahon in his ear so much yelling. Now you can, once all that once Triple H took over, you sort of feel you can feel how light he is now, or like how he's being himself now, how he is actually having fun now. I mean, the man stood on a table and yeeted with Pat McAfee. Never in a million years while Vince was there that would ever happen with Michael Cole being there. So I think Michael Cole, just looking at the landscape of WWE, how the regime change has been for the positive, he said, "Oh, I can do this for much longer, and they value me because they gave me this contract too," which I'm sure was a good contract, you know, to stick around and do all the dates and do everything he's done. But you can tell he's having fun. It makes commentating, it makes listening to commentating a lot better. But yeah, Michael Cole has some big shoes to fill, and he's filled them like heist of the century sort of filled them. Like, that's how he's stolen away with this thing.
Kinda, yeah.
He's the soundtrack of wrestling now. And that's tough to say after JR, because JR has so many great calls. But Michael Cole is the soundtrack to a lot of moments now. And he's here to stay for 8 more years with McAfee and whoever else they put with them. That's the thing, too. You can put anybody with him.
Anyone, yeah.
Taz, JBL, Corey Graves, Book, Paul Heyman. Like, you put anybody with him, he can make it work. But this new Cole that we've had these last few years has been great. It's been so enjoyable, so light on commentary. I love seeing, and I'll pass it off, I love seeing them like laugh when they're not, like, when the camera sort of cuts over, you see it from the ring and you see them with their heads down laughing at each other. That's a good time. If they're having a good time, I mean, how could I not?
Councilman, your final thoughts with Michael Cole?
I'm just glad he's happy. I remember a time where he was Michael Cole, like, he did not want to be there.
God, no.
And I think, just to y'all point of what it is that even if you watch when they bring up the people's names or who are there, he's called an analyst, not a commentator. And I think that was one of the biggest things that you'd see with maybe the former regime, is that they didn't let Michael Cole be him. Like, they had this structure that you wanted him to be, and it was just like, yo, not only is that not him, but that's not going with the times either. Kind of like, even like how people were getting mad at like Samantha Irvin when they were now putting out her clips of her doing the announcements. It's like, yo, like, we're living in a new era where things are changing, where people want to see this. We want to see it. Like, I love seeing the videos, like when we saw when Liv Morgan cashed in and saw Michael Cole erupt. I just thought that was great. Even seeing like
Or when CM Punk first arrived,
Yeah.
like he literally jumped out of his seat and he threw like his sheet or whatever, and he was just jamming to his music.
Yeah. I think a lot of that too has to do with this new generation that does acknowledge him, because we think about it, we're talking about JR and stuff like that, but if we're being honest, JR kind of stops at Attitude Era. There's a whole generation that doesn't know that commentary.
About
They
02?
only know Michael Cole.
0203 probably.
Yeah.
Ruthless Aggression starting in
Yeah,
that. That was
and
it.
that was about it. So from 2003, we're in 2025 now. So to a lot of people, Michael Cole is JR to you know, if it just in comparison. But even seeing something of what Pat McAfee said, which also kind of like sparked in Michael Cole, like they consider like, yo, you're a legend to us. Like, yo, we have so much respect for you for all that you've done. And I don't think that was ever really given to him by the old regime. I'm not going to point at any particular person or anything like that, but I feel like during those times, like they kind of undermined Michael Cole and really never gave him his flowers until we started getting more into like this new generation of like the horsewomen, like Bailey and like these people, like, because a lot of people don't realize how many people he's like giving advice to with this stuff. Like a lot of people don't even know like he's the one that came up with having like Bailey get at him at the commentary desk. Like she did it one time and he was like, yo, keep doing that. Keep doing it. And then it became this thing. So it's just like, yo, just to wrap it up though, it's just like I'm just glad to see him happy, because how much joy he's brought all of us, whether you cheer for him or you booed him when he was in that glass.
I'm a coal miner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yo, you have been our voice. You've been the storyteller for us for these matches, and I'm glad to see you happy. I'm glad to see that you're going to continue being able to be this fantastic storyteller for another 8 years, and just, yeah, I'm glad he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves and that he's feeling it. And I just think that's dope.
It's really interesting because I actually started at the Ruthless Aggression era. And I remember hearing Michael Cole on SmackDown with him and Taz. And people tend to forget Michael Cole had some really decent moments on SmackDown. Also, remember the first time when John Cena won the WWE title at WrestleMania 21, and also seeing the growth and evolution of him. And I do remember him, like his coal mine at WrestleMania, having his WrestleMania match.
Undefeated at WrestleMania.
Yeah, getting in the face of Bailey.
Still
The
to this day.
Anonymous general manager, when he said, and I quote, kept saying that anytime the computer. But see, just seeing him relax. Yeah, it was a little annoying. But just seeing him more relaxed, having fun. Even when he announced last year during WrestleMania, when Bailey won, when Cody won at WrestleMania last year, it's just that commentary right there. He's just having the time of his life. And seeing him yeet every Monday night with him and Pat, it's just like, the chemistry's there. So I'm happy to see Michael Cole in a perfect spot and just continuing to do commentary for the next generation.
Yeah. Indeed. He's going to be there, JR.
Yeah,
he's already probably.
I would say that.
He's like half J. Yeah, he's pretty much on his way there.
Oh, he is JR. Again,
not there. Yeah.
King Mike Hall said it like, yo, like JR hasn't been here in over 20 years.
Yep.
Like, yo, that's a whole generation.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a crazy number.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like we're the ones that's like JR and King, and now we got people that's 18 and like, who the fuck? Who is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about the dude from AEW, he was at WWE. It's like
that would be like their what, like Monsoon and Heenan or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be ours.
Vince with the tan jacket.
Or Vince too. Vince would be with Monsoon, or Vince and Macho Man as well.
Oh yeah, the Macho Man with commentary
in the 90s.
Man, we're old.
But also from one commentator to the other.
Yes, we were talking about Gorilla Monsoon, and unfortunately his wife Maureen passed away this past weekend at the age of 85. If you recall, for her, she is the wife of Gorilla Monsoon. And also, if you notice, her son, Joey, was a referee when it was WWF, but he died in 1994. So we definitely want to give a lot of condolences to everybody and their family. And we know Gorilla Monsoon was a huge influential in the wrestling world. Commentator, a wrestler, Hall of Famer, and also be known as the infamous gorilla position backstage. But we definitely want to send our condolences here on WWT Live to the Monsoon family.
Indeed.
And switching gears, because I know everybody wants to get to NXT, and we're gonna get through some AEW news.
She just keep teasing us.
I'm just keep teasing. Look, I'm trying to get through
NXT.
all these.
Nobody said anything about NXT yet, Courtney, but you know, you want to keep bringing it up. But
I mean, I know, because I'm trying to get through the news. But as it was reported on Arizona Central, AEW Double or Nothing will be at Glendale, Arizona on Sunday, May 25th. This is the first time they are doing a pay-per-view in Arizona, because normally they would do Double or Nothing in Vegas, with the exception of 2020 and 2021 because it was COVID. But the last few years they've been in Vegas. It is really picking up. It's one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year. And also, just getting quickly your thoughts on this, because as I mentioned, I mean, it's not a coincidence that they're not in Vegas this year. They're going to Arizona. But just getting your thoughts, is this a smart move from them? And going into a state that doesn't do a pay-per-view. Deonne, I'll go with your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, I just was reading Boza's comment, just saying, what if WrestleMania in Vegas has something to do with this? But that's so far apart. I don't know what deal you make with the city, but I mean, this is good for them, right? I mean, AEW needs to. No, Will, stop it.
It's just how you said it.
Stop it. No, I'm just okay.
You know,
take it away, honey. Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna let you finish. I just want to take a quick side note. I'll tag you right back in. But I'm just happy we have 100% councilman back. I just want to acknowledge.
I know. Oh, there's no numbers.
I'm just saying. I'm glad we're at 100% because the energy is up today. But tag back in. Here you go.
All right, I got you. It's their biggest show of the year, and they're doing it somewhere other than Vegas. I mean, they're really. It looks like they're building off the momentum that they've just had, because pre-sale goes on the 21st, so that's 2 days away. So still, I feel like this is a really good thing for them. I'm still reading it, but yeah, pre-sale is the 21st, and then tickets on sale the 24th. I think that's how you capitalize off the momentum from the last show they just had. Yeah, I mean, would there be that much of a difference from their current location? Like, I don't know what's the.
You want me to tag you?
Yeah, please. I don't know what else to say about it, because it's just one of the shows. It's just one of the shows in Arizona for me.
Here's why it's good. No one goes to Arizona. No one. You have not seen a WWE event in Arizona.
I am.
And quite so. But this is a good thing, because I will say, when WrestleMania went to Arizona, it was packed out. Like, stadium was filled to the rafters in Arizona. And so I think AEW is doing the smart thing by going to these places that you wouldn't necessarily think to have the PLE, especially when it's just like, well, y'all normally have it in Vegas. It's like, yo, go somewhere where nobody would think to go and fill this in, because it's not like they finna go for the massive arenas and stuff like that. It's like, yo, it's in Glendale, Arizona. That stadium is gonna get filled up. And Arizona is a sports state anyway. Like, a lot of people don't be knowing that. Like, they love sports down there. So for them to be able to go there, hopefully interact with a lot of the college folks and stuff, it's a smart move for them to keep being able to do this and build staples around cities that other promotions normally won't go to. And so all they really have to do now too is just make sure that Double or Nothing has a fantastic card and keep that, like you said, keep that momentum like they did in Grand Slam Australia.
Honey, your thoughts?
As usual with AEW, shout outs. I just want to see what the card looks like. because that definitely determines how I'm really, really feeling about it. And I know there's a lot that has been transpiring in AEW right now, so we'll be at Double or Nothing in no time for sure. Before we know it, we'll be saying WrestleMania and it's gone.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And Boza, I did see your comment. If it was in Atlantic City, I would not be here. If they had a pay-per-view there, I would not be here. I would be out there.
Yeah,
but,
we would be in the casino for sure.
Yeah, we would be in the casino. But Double or Nothing is one of their biggest marquee pay-per-views since it first started in 2019. I'm really intrigued on what they're gonna do, considering after Revolution, this is your second pay-per-view of 2025. All they can do is just continue creating storylines, creating stability, consistency, and really just keep going. Now, I don't know what they're going to do tonight, which I'm very intrigued on what they're going to do, but I feel like this could be something. And also really thinking about what marquee matchups are you going to have for Double or Nothing. And just to let you know, tickets to the public will be going on sale Monday, February 24th. Pre-sale, as Deonne mentioned, starts this Friday, February 21st. And ironically enough, we're talking about Arizona, and let's talk about Dynamite since they're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, at the Arizona Financial Theater. Yours truly will be doing a watch along tonight, but just wanted to give you a quick watch along with everything happening right now. We do have a SAT card coming to you. As I mentioned, it's going to be in Phoenix, continuing the fallout from Grand Slam and on the road to Revolution. Starting off the show, it will be MJF and Hangman Adam Page doing face-to-face. We're also going to have an International Championship Series for the International Championship where my client OC is back against Roderick Strong. Street fight, it's a lot of meat. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Big Bill. I can tell you that's going to be mayhem tonight. We're also going to see Chris Statlander taking on Megan Bayne. That's a lot of meat. Also in trios action, we also have Samoa Joe, Shibata, and Hook, known as Ops, taking on the Patriarchy in trios action. So there's a lot to cover with Dynamite, and just want to get your quick thoughts on what match you're looking forward to see for Dynamite.
Did Dynamite not see NXT last night? It must not have caught NXT last night. With the card you just named, did they not catch what happened last night?
Like, where's Will Ospreay? Where's Mox?
Yeah,
where's
Hope? Where's O'Reilly?
Where everybody at?
Yeah,
where's Mercedes?
And then you said Fallout. Like, what? None of them on the card.
Where's Mercedes?
You never know. I mean, even though they're on the card, they may make a surprise appearance. You never know.
We should know. No, we should know after last night's show.
Mercedes, where you at?
Hey, where's Harley Cameron? No Tony Storm tonight?
Yeah, no, like not even Mariah May, not even Minnie Monet.
Are they all at ACW and it was just the AEW siblings left?
but AEW would usually announce those people being there, right?
They would.
Would they?
Yeah. They would.
Oh yeah. Tony loves making announcements.
See, and we just talked about this on Monday. Like, this was my biggest thing, building off the momentum from the weekend. And nobody I saw over the weekend is going to be there?
No Will Ospreay, no
Takeshita, no Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, I'm rewatching NXT.
You know what? Yes, the card, but if you would like to watch Dynamite, I will be doing a watch along at the top of the hour. Dynamite comes on 8 p.m. on TBS, and it will simulcast on Max. And plus, we don't even know who's going to show up. So I'm still going to do my watch along because who knows? There may be a lot of surprises Bossman has up his sleeves. But anyways, since we were talking...
Courtney, you going to be the best part of Dynamite tonight.
You
the highlight.
First of all, Courtney
has a big announcement tonight too.
First of all,
that's the best part of what I heard.
Hold up. First of all, Courtney's always the best part of Dynamite. Let's just make sure that we're clear on that. Always, every week.
Oh, every week. Every week. I mean, you can
Yeah,
always hang out with me.
But you just let us know. That's the main event. It's Courtney. Hey,
Well, we'll see what happens tonight on Dynamite on CBS, and it will soon be Clash for Max at 8 p.m. tonight. And since we're talking about Mercedes, there has been news by the Miss CEO. She was announced for Rev Pro High Stakes in April. It was officially announced. Hold on, let me. But yeah, oh honey, I knew she was gonna put on the shades for this, but
how she do it so fast?
But Mercedes Monet is coming to Rev Pro High Stakes.
It's just automatic. It just works like that.
And ironically,
like the shades know. The shades
no, that's
know.
okay. That's okay. But just to let you know, she will be competing at Rev Pro High Stakes on April 20th. She is the reigning Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship. So she beat Meaningful Dynasty. We don't know what info's there. We don't know who's her opponent going to be. Just a teaser, but we'll see what happens when Miss CEO is there. I don't know, but
has it been confirmed if she's wrestling at Hog?
It has not been confirmed because I don't know what else they didn't even mention nothing. But you know, it's ironic we're talking about switching to AEW because there was a guy that was in AEW that's now in NXT.
Oh
and yes.
Right.
And unfortunately, he doesn't go by Ricky Starks. He goes by Ricky Saints. But I'll talk about that in a few.
Real quick, Courtney.
But
real quick,
yes.
Courtney. Just to be annoying, I would have named him Ricky Sparks just to be petty. Ricky Sparks. That's what I would have done.
Oh my
just
God.
saying. Go ahead, Courtney.
I don't know how many people go catch this. Just to follow up on that, he should get a faction and call them Sparks, and Sparks. I don't know. Nobody remember that TV show.
I don't even.
It was on BT and it had Miguel Nunez.
Oh, the
Howard.
James Avery. I just remember that.
And it was called Sparks, and Sparks.
I love her.
Yep.
No, but Ricky Saints. Go ahead, Courtney. You got it.
Yeah, so Ricky Saints, he was on Busted Open Radio after NXT. And he talked about how he got the name, a tribute to New Orleans, and he wanted to pay respect to the city, which is a piece of home of him. And they talked a little bit further regarding his departure from AEW. Starks denied that the hold on his AEW status was due to his appearances at past WWE events, such as Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. He doubled down on AEW CEO's Tony Khan approval of his apprentice. He stated, "I can't tell you exactly what the moment was. You could say it was Punk leaving and things kind of fell apart. Absolutely. I probably agree with you on that. All right. Or you could say that is Ricky didn't play the politics well enough. All right, for sure. There's so many things that you could say." And he also pretty much went on to say in regards to some of the veterans on the creative side. He quoted saying, "I will say this. There are some people who stuck their nose in my creative business that shouldn't have happened. Veterans, and that's it. I'll leave it at that. And if they got a problem with me, they got my number and text me about it. I think what it was, if it didn't work for their creative, then someone had to get the boot. That's how I see it, but I'm not trying to be negative in my thought process about it. If you want to step on me to get ahead in your illustrious career, everyone has an illustrious career. Everyone should have an illustrious career. That is perfectly fine. But at the same time, I'm not wet behind my ears." Deonne, thoughts on what Ricky had to say?
I mean, we heard a little bit about from his interview over the break or like the holidays, but I think we all saw the writing on the wall because we've heard the Punk story before. We know how tight he is with Cody. Just having a guy who's this talented just stay at home on the bench, it stunk, honestly. It stunk because I watched him a lot in NWA Power. Like, that's where I first saw him and sort of followed him from there. AEW, he was great there, and then he just left. I mean, he's just off TV. It's not like he left; he's just off TV. Like they pulled the rug out from under him.
Literally.
But I think he's a great talker. I think he's talking us into watching everything that he's gonna do in NXT because we do like his charisma, we do like his in-ring work, and even just with the name change, I dig it because there's a Zoe Stark running around already. I mean, it's not like we're not in that Braun situation where we got a Braun, and a Bronson. So a Ricky Saints, that's completely fine. But I'm super excited to see what he does in NXT now, since he does have a backing of a lot of people over there. But yeah, it was no wonder he left AEW because they did him dirty, man. And I don't know if that was his affiliation with Cody or his affiliation with Punk. I don't know, but it's wild because his contract was up one day and then he showed up the next day. Like, that's even wild that WWE was able to pull that trigger that quickly on him. But no, new talent back in AEW. He got into some confrontations last night, ready to see where that leads him.
Councilman, your thoughts regarding Mr. Ricky's comments?
Yeah, AEW stupid.
Very.
It's dumb. It's like having a lottery ticket for $8 million and not cashing it in. Like, I just hope this is a big lesson to learn from the fake TK and everybody at AEW, man. Like, yo, your pride gonna be your fall. Like, this is a huge miss. This is a huge drop. And for nothing but older wrestlers, pride and ego that you take. Because again, like, none of us are under an impression that Ricky Saints is not a superstar. He showed you that last night with what he does. You had the potential to bring something and really bring a crowd in, but you decided to let folks who are egotistical, who don't really care about how to advance the company, and you had this man sitting on the bench, and you don't even want to explain why he was on the bench because you want to change what he is. So I hope they are watching very closely, because as he rises here in NXT, when he moves to WWE and he rises, it just goes to show it's like, hey, man, it's just going to be another shining example of, I think who said it? What's his name? Eric Bischoff. Y'all gonna mess around, and AEW is gonna be that place where careers go to die. If you keep acting like that, because if you keep treating these cats like this, especially your newer talent,
the younger, yeah,
all it's gonna do is have WWE pick them up, and that goes to, if I'm being honest, in the next 3 years, we're gonna be having the same conversation with Orange Cassidy coming to NXT. You're gonna have the same conversation with Kyle Fletcher coming over to NXT. You need to start taking care of this younger talent, these people that these superstars that you have, and stop just focusing on these shiny toys that we are used to, like the Young Bucks, like a Monet, no disrespect to Monet, or to the folks that you feel like you're a buddy with. You're not a friend. You're not supposed to be just a friend. You are supposed to be a businessman. And as a businessman, you missed the ball. This is a huge loss. And if I was someone invested in AEW, I would be tight learning what I just learned, and would be very concerned and would like to talk to fake TK about what's going on.
And you can tell they're putting money behind him. They're putting time behind him. Like, they're invested. And the fact that he's bringing back the open button down shirt, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Bring back the open button down shirt. That's all I want.
And he got the stitching. I didn't know. I saw that in the just a little bit close. Like, does he have Ricky Saint written on cursive on his shirt? I was like, that boy's a star.
Late 90s. That's how I wore all my button downs. Just all out. No buttons.
That man is a star.
honey, your thoughts?
Listen, all right. First, I'm gonna start like this. To quote a great movie, shout outs to Pachu, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. Number one. Number two, you dispose great talent like Ricky Starks, you treat them like trash. Another company is going to pick him up and turn him into gold and treasure and diamonds, and you're going to be upset. And being that he's in NXT and he is in the hands of Shawn Michaels, he is going to be just fine. And I'm here for Ricky Saints. Reinvention is a good thing. Change is a good thing. I don't think the IWC, because everybody, I saw people going crazy on the internet talking about why would he change his name? There's levels to this thing. This is also a business. You can't just take names. You know what I mean? And I think this is something that will work for him, and it'll work out just fine. And he's definitely in good hands. There's so much talent there that he can work with. We're already seeing, like somebody said it here. I don't remember who, but somebody said it in the chat that Ricky, there you go, Jeffrey said it. Thank you, Jeffrey. Literally 3 television appearances in one night. This is going to be your next champion soon, because I don't know about right now.
And the match we got, him and Javon Evans versus Ego and Wesley next week,
baby.
I want to give my. I want to give my 2 cents on this, because I think I talked about this. Counselor, you told me about this last night, because I've always enjoyed Ricky Starks. I thought he had so much potential in AEW. But here's a few things that they need to learn. You need to swallow your pride and figure out who are your pillars for the men and women's division. Because honestly, at this point, it can't be shiny new little toys as like your precious Young Bucks, your Mercedes, all these little toys that you want to jerk off with, especially in the IWC, who definitely want to show like bias. For me, that's why I'm always pushing for some stars in AEW that have been there since day one. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, The Acclaimed. So many stars have been there since day one. And it's like, you really need them to be the focal point. And also my client, Toni Storm, who, by the way, she has to deal with the purple-haired elephant in the room. But that's a whole conversation I will have for my watch-along for Dynamite.
See, you are.
Oh, would you look at? Oh, wait. Oh, it's no. Unfortunately,
Y'all so angry.
If you're trying to, what Courtney was trying to get the point across, and
this is why she is Madam Timeless Elite.
And after that promo, you are the best thing that's going to be on TV.
I'm telling you, that's on tonight. I promise you that.
I've been saying this. I want them to be great, but it's like you got to swallow your pride and figure out who are your pillars for your men's, women's division, and tag team division. You have to.
Because I've never seen so many superstars not renew contracts in the span of 5 years. Like, never have I seen that, ever. That is wild to me. Like, how you drop Aleister Black like that. How you drop Rusev. And you know WWE is waiting with open arms to bring these people back in, especially now that Vince ain't there. And you got Hunter at the helm, someone who understands this. Is like,
yeah, they're just going to be waiting. Like, AEW talent is going to just be waiting till their time is up.
That's it.
Because they've saw, like, Penta, his merchandise got there before he even touched the entranceway. Like, they're looking at their contracts thinking, oh, crap, let that run out. NXT's hot, Raw's hot, SmackDown's hot. We're not going to get lost in any shuffle. And they're investing and using us, too. And we got a TNA crossover deal going. That's actually worth watching and worth the time and effort. So, yeah, hopefully Keith Lee be on that docket sometime soon.
Listen, I'm not saying nothing about any of this until I hear that music play, and then I will speak my mind.
Yeah.
Because fake TK and them is gonna know how bad they effed up when that music hits on WWE soil. Because I'm just waiting. I'm being patient this year. I'm trying to learn patience this year.
They're gonna have to learn the hard way. They're gonna have to learn. They better learn. See, part of me wishes I was in that.
Y'all teach me to
have
to learn patience.
Part of me wishes I was in that creative room because it's like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? But anyways,
if you're being honest, Courtney, they wouldn't listen, and then you'd have went to WWE too.
I
picked you up too. Like, you want to come over here? We love your ideas. Come on over here. We'll talk to you.
Anyways, we wrapped up AEW. We get to talk about NXT. Let's talk about NXT. And also what happening last night that really got social media uproar. This photo, photo right here. Oh, that dirty Tom.
I'm like, what I miss? He was the greatest luchador on NXT last night. What I miss?
No, not Tom. This photo right here. Moose entering on NXT ground with face-to-face with the ruler Oba Femi.
It's me. It's me.
You keep playing it.
It's a lot of meat.
It's me.
Stop.
He's just gonna keep playing it.
Well, Councilman, put them out. Councilman.
How are your thoughts on this?
Oh, you're putting me first?
Yes.
Councilman.
Hey.
You not about to stop me from talking about this, sir. Okay.
She just asked what was your thoughts. You didn't think that either?
Well, of course I thought that, but first, before I thought that was, thank you, Shawn Michaels. Thank you, Wrestling Gods, because I have only been saying this for almost a whole damn year.
You have.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this is my late Christmas gift from Shawn. Better late than never. I will happily take it. And thank you so much. And now I'm gonna get what I want. There's no other thoughts to have about the situation. It's the ruler versus Moose, and it's here. It's happening. It's here.
Indeed. Councilman, we saw your reaction last night.
Listen.
I didn't see the reaction. I missed the reaction part because I was behind. I was catching up on my DVR.
It was such
me.
I was gonna say, did you lose your shit?
I lost my shit. Because remember, we talked about this on Kayfabe, and we saw Oba Femi with that X Division title wrapped around his waist. This is like, this is just what Honey said. Like, this is what we've been asking for. This is what we wanted to see. This is what is going to make WrestleMania weekend the greatest weekend to date.
This stand and deliver is about to be stupid.
No, like ridiculous. And then again, barely any word said, but the word said was enough. That man said, I'm coming to bust this little bubble you've been in. He said, I know you good over there on your bubble, but here?
First of all, the fact that he called it a little bubble, I was like, not for now. We have been living in a bubble with Oba. Not for now. We have.
I mean, but also too, for him to go back. I know you good in your little bubble. But understand over here, I'm inevitable.
The ruler.
That man came in like Thanos. Like, this is it's just like, can we get to April now?
Right now.
Right now. Like, just
or next week.
Just seeing them both holding their titles. And what's crazy is I'm like, I like this way better than him being the TNA champion for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
This just fits so much better. I'm like, man, because again, I talked about it on the watch along. This right here, along with what also happened Tuesday, and we're gonna get into it, is what's helping get the men's division back on track. Because the women, we ain't gotta worry about none of that. Women is already, steak is prepared.
We are Gucci.
The garlic butter mashed potatoes are dripping with the butter. It is chef's kiss. But now
the yams and the mac and cheese.
is extremely touching. And we got a sweet potato pie right there, just for no reason, with just everything going on. But now this, and then it didn't stop. Like you think, like, oh, this was the highlight of the night. Nope. It was like that's just the first 10 minutes.
Like I couldn't believe that they even started it like this. Like I knew Oba was gonna come in pissed. I thought we were gonna see those 4 dudes that jumped him again and everything like that. I know my neighbors were pissed. I don't give a damn.
Deonne, your thoughts with Moose and Oba?
Okay, we talked about this on Monday too, about what would Stand and Deliver look like. And during that time, and I wish I would have said something, when we were talking about like that, something sort of happened at TNA Unbreakable that leads us into this match at Stand and Deliver. But then I started thinking, like, wouldn't we want to have a little bit of time to build that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then lo and behold, who shows up the next day? Moose is here to build up to Stand. And this is the only place that's the only place where this can happen.
Somebody's listening. Somebody's listening to us, man. Somebody out there is listening to us. Thank you, Sean.
This cannot happen anywhere else. And granted, like you see Oba with the NXT title. That X Division title has a lot of history too for TNA.
Yes,
like that might have more prestige than their world title. They're
giving over that prestige route.
Yes, and that's Moose's new design for that belt too. I think he did that maybe like a month or so ago. So that was really dope. We got a new look TNA belt, and he's standing in the ring with our NXT champion, the Ruler. I don't know what bigger match you could have done
in Black History Month.
It's in Black History Month. Black History Month,
it's beautiful.
But with that, seeing that Moose, let's get a sort of personal a little bit. Seeing that Moose journey has led him here, like I feel like he could have been over here for a while now. But this is one of those moments in wrestling that just works. That this was the moment that was needed. Mm-hmm. This is the person that he needed to go up against. This is the time that he has to go against. He hasn't left TNA either. He's still in TNA. He gets to go up against NXT competitors, and he's going to be part of the biggest weekend or week in wrestling this year.
Mm-hmm.
TNA is hot too, man. Like TNA and this relationship is amazing. I did not expect to see this soon, but boy, we can start building this all the way up until Stand and Deliver. We're eating good. So more meat. More meat.
Well, you guys are in luck because it will not be the last time you see Moose, because he'll be back next week on NXT taking on Lexis King for the X Division Championship.
Cinema.
Moose looks like he belongs. Like that's the thing. He looks imposing. He looks like, Oba, you might have to really, really battle this time.
Whoa, hold on now.
Just saying, he might just really have to. Listen. Hey.
Wait, what are we saying?
Moose is great, but let's not get it twisted. This is Thanos versus the Hulk. Okay.
No, stop it. Hulk didn't come back.
Listen, and if Moose does it, we know why. Just throwing that out there. But it's gonna be one heck of a match. But let's not get it twisted. Who's walking out as the champ?
The Ruler.
Well, we'll be talking about with the Ruler and Moose later on the night. And as we mentioned earlier, Ricky Saints will be in tag team action next week. Him and Javon Evans, the young OG, taking on Ethan Page and Wesley next week in Cincinnati. But also, there was also another important moment in NXT, and I was very, very happy to see. I was very happy to see in the tag team division, the Hardys.
Boy.
Yes. Our boys, Courtney, our boys.
Good boys.
We said this too. We talked about this too, like possibly having the Hardys back on NXT. And Fraxium, I'm sick of y'all, but I swear to God, this match Oh, I swear to God.
Fraxton is about to become the greatest tag team of all time.
Oh,
when they beat the Hardys.
Yo, they beat the Hardys. Hey,
they beat the Hardys, honey. You got to get the Fraxium shirt.
Honey.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I'm like, y'all better. If y'all.
That mean they carry.
You're playing with the big boys now. You're playing with
the GOAT.
Literally, like on their way to being Hall of Famers now.
I mean, but they didn't win up against GOATs too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it ain't like Fraxium ain't supposed to be here now.
No. For how long? How long have they had those titles? Like 10 months, maybe?
Probably more than that now.
Yeah, probably.
Probably longer than that. I think they've had it like at the top of 2024. Actually,
they've had it too long. Basically, is what y'all saying.
Why we ain't counting their days, man? We need to be counting their days
because no one cares.
We were counting the days of them breaking up. Then they didn't break up,
and then no one cared.
No one, but we get to see the Hardys. They accepted no quarter catch match next week.
They might
in Cincinnati, Ohio. Well,
the damn Hardys.
We shall see. We shall see on that. Also,
you gotta join us on NXT for the watch along.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to next week.
Y'all gotta come through.
I might have to. I might. If not, I'll see if I could pull up for the post show real quick. But I am.
Come on now, the Hardys.
I know, bro, but I'm on shift.
It's like a pay-per-view.
I know
it is. That's what I said on the watch along. Like, yo, y'all just gave us a PLE next week. Like, what are we doing?
And also next week, Stephanie McCoy will be defending her title against Carmen Petrovich.
No, you're not, Jeffrey.
So that's going to be something. And we also got to hear from Mr. Trick Williams. I mean, Councilman, I know you don't care about Chase versus Eddie Thorpe, but I want to talk about Trick because Trick Williams didn't do a promo and he still has issues with Eddie Thorpe. But did anybody catch Trick's promo and what did you think of it?
Like I said, darker, like we've been saying, we need a darker, edgier Trick Williams. And they pretty much put a dark light, like a dim light on him. And he was somewhere very quiet and secluded looking. And he just, I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of match this is going to turn into, but I feel for Eddie Thorpe. You should have never, you played with the wrong one. So I can only imagine what Trick is going to do, but yeah, I would say look out because he's going to whoop that ass, not whoop that Trick.
No.
Yeah, I think some good character work from him now, probably sort of fleshing out his whole character. That's what I'm hoping for, at least from this. But yeah, we'll see what happens because that strap match didn't turn out the way we thought it would. So let's do it again.
That strap match turned out exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
You did say it.
During Black History Month too, of all things.
Did y'all catch Corey and Booker T ragging on Chase's shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, bro, we had that. His name is Bum Ass Corbett, bro. Just go. We don't want you here. Don't want you here. Like we don't. Like I don't want Chase you back. I don't want Chase you reforming. Like no, I don't want it. But I like Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams. I think that's something to not only build Trick Williams up better personality wise, but then also too giving us another staple of in the men's division with Eddie Thorpe. So like if you're gonna move him as a heel and stuff like that, great. Just keep working towards.
Oh my gosh. Well, switching gears, we got to talk about the main event. Jordan Grace, Stephanie, Julia taking on Fatal Influence. And Councilman put a note in there that Fallon Henley was not up front if you saw the promos.
Oh, well.
That group need to break up. You know when you got like a group of people, they like seniors that should have graduated 5 years ago and they still in high school with us. And it's like, y'all should just go. They don't want to leave. Because think about it, like the group itself is holding one another back.
True.
Because no one knows who the leader is. Like y'all keep putting JC Jane in most of the camera spots.
In the
She's
middle.
the one she's the one that's having more of the matches. She's the one that's doing more leadership. And Fallon is the champ. And Fallon barely wrestled as the champion.
Barely.
So it's just like, but again, all of them are very good. Even Jasmine Nix, like I think all three of them doing solo runs would make for incredible impact to the women's division, rather than consistently keeping them in these 6 women tag matches or where it's just all of them having to be together. It's just like, it's kind of a disservice to their talent because Fallon Henley is incredible in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So is JC and so is Jasmine has gotten there. So it's like, it's time. Break that up.
Yeah. The main event was really good. It just gives you another reason as to why the women should be main eventing and why they are literally the strongest division in WWE. There's just so much stacked talent there. I just don't want to keep seeing a bunch. Like I love, trust me, I'm all about the women, but a lot of just multi-tag and 6-way and 5-way and 4-way this. I'm like, when we gonna get to the nitty-gritty? I know we just crowned Stephanie and Julia, like or retained for Julia, but I wanna start getting these girls some title shots around here. You know, the likes of Jada Parker deserving title shots, like a Kalani Jordan, which that match was amazing too.
Oh, it was.
And you know what thought occurred to me last night too? I asked myself, and I told myself I was going to ask you guys this: where the hell is Thea Hill?
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where the hell did Thea Hill go?
Or the other one from Chase U, the short one, the high flyer.
Oh, yeah, Riley.
Yeah, something. I forget.
Yeah,
we haven't seen none of them.
I don't know.
Repackaged, maybe.
Maybe
Working on being repackaged, possibly.
Yeah, but we ain't seen her. We ain't seen Lola Vice. A few of them.
The Meta Girls killed it last night. Kaylani, you need to keep wearing your hair like that all the time. That look is you. That look is all you. And she's just phenomenal. Like y'all women, like y'all are doing the damn thing and just keep doing the damn thing.
And I need Zarya and Lash Legend in a 1-on-1 match. I did not need it.
Oh, that would be nasty.
So after that tag match.
That's a good question too, special little nobodies. That's a very good question.
Exactly. Like, where is she?
But, I mean, that's a question you might have to pose for the mayor because.
Well, I don't know because he's been on a high since Saturday. It's like, I don't know.
But I will say something I did see.
I don't know.
That furthered my speculations. Notice how your NXT Women's Champion was not in the middle as well.
You keep throwing this out here.
Listen.
Keep throwing this out here.
Listen, I'm just saying. What are we doing with our NXT Women's Champion? Because right now, that heat is not on her. That spotlight is not on her right now.
It worked for the shot, man. To have Jordan
I'm
Grace.
talking about before it started. Before the match started and they were in the corner, you normally your champ in the middle, your new prospect on the left, and then your North American champion on the right. Stephanie was in the middle. I'm just throwing it out there. Hey, listen. Everybody kept trying to go. Hey man, Julia the next one. Next one for what? Because Stephanie has came in like a bullet train and has taken over. And now you got Jordan Grace here. Like, to what Courtney said last night. Julia got to start doing some promos, some interviews. We need some vignettes. She need a real opponent, not something like we gonna get together, number one contender. Like, no, she need to be out and someone need to come challenge her. Because right now it just kind of seemed like they're just putting her in stuff.
We need a veteran.
And if I'm being honest, she riding that Vakura train. Because if you notice, she only come out after Stephanie's out. Crazy how your NXT Women's Champion is running behind the NXT Women's Champion. I threw this out there last night. Stephanie McCool, Mercedes Moné, Julia, Mariah May. Tell me if I'm lying. As far as star power is going right now, not in ring ability, none of that stuff.
Dude,
I'm gonna have to think on that.
We're gonna have to think a lot about that, but we do have to wrap up because AEW Dynamite is coming up, and yours truly has a watch along. As people say, I'm the best one of the night when it comes to these watch alongs. So,
yep, you are the main event tonight, Courtney.
It was like, did you watch Dynamite? I watched Courtney watch Dynamite. I watched her.
Anything else is irrelevant.
well, they'll be catching me at the top of the hour on TBS, simulcast on Max, but we'll wrap it up and we'll see where the lovely people can find all of us. So I'm going to start with our councilman first.
How dare you make this thing? You can find me at Lillian Garcia Ain't Shit on all social medias and Twitch and YouTubes. And then you can also catch my entire stream until she apologizes for the disrespect that she did to my client. I am not letting this go. I will stand on this hill because I do not appreciate her doing that during my client's debut. But outside of that, on a brighter note, can always find me Saturday on the Kayfabe podcast with my lovely host, my tag team partner, the sweetest Oops Wrestling with Honey, and of course the People's Nightmare, aka Mr. All-Star Fandom himself, Deonne. I am very nervous this Saturday because I have no idea what Honey has prepared for us, and I am quite nervous.
And I thought you'd forgot.
I did not. I have been prepping for this.
Oh my goodness.
Because I don't know what she coming with at all. Mm-hmm. All I know is when she said it and her neck did this, I was like, we're in trouble. So y'all do not want to miss that. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, noon on the East Coast. Make sure you check that out. We will be live, and we will get back to posting clips and everything like that. That's on me just for being sick and stuff. So we will get back to posting the clips so y'all can be able to keep being able to support us. And then you can always find me here on WWT Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then make sure, like we said, y'all support all the watch-alongs. Monday Night Mayor, Tuesday Night Pharaoh, Stone Cold Courtney's Dynamite Wednesdays, and of course Honey Night SmackDown. And just want to always say too, thank you to everybody that's always in the chat commenting. Like I said last night, y'all have no idea how influential and how important y'all are being able to communicate with us during these watch-alongs. Because believe me, especially for Honey, 3 hours and ain't nobody talking to you. That's a lot of work. Okay? That's a lot. Man. Yeah, so we thank each and every single one of y'all in the chat for always supporting us. And Friday, I'm hosting. Just know, it is not going to go as smoothly as it went today. Chaos. Pure chaos and stuff.
Honey, where can the people find you?
Let's see. Well, first, you could find me here Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays with the WWT Live crew. As Councilman said, you can find me on Kayfabe Podcast every Saturday with the boys and all things Wrestling with Honey on the socials, Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube. You can always find me acknowledging my tribal chief, and you can find me at Thank You, Shawn Michaels.
You see Dylan.
Sorry. Dylan.
You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
I was waiting for it.
Deonne, where can the people find you?
Yeah, All-Star Fandom Show on TikTok and YouTube over here on and on Instagram too. A few shows up now. Latest ones are still our Fandom of Love series. And a few more projects coming down the pipe. For March, we're doing a sort of a March Madness sort of style brackets for fandoms. That's your DCs versus your Marvels, your Star Wars versus Star Trek, stuff like that. So we'll get those out and have some fun in March. And I'm here when I can make it here on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm 2 days in this week, so good run going right now. And also on Saturdays with these two. So yeah, that's where I'll be.
I can't believe
Are you excited for our one gotta go this week?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
after the week,
You
after
should be
the
very
episode I
excited. You
had,
should be very excited too.
after the episode I had, I'm coming dressed like I'm part of the Nation of Domination. On
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you owe Kofi that. You owe Kofi that.
You definitely
dead wrong for that.
Also, too, I'm
entire episode.
Also, still tripping that Salt Ruka is black. Did not know that. Still tripping. Did not know that.
I don't think a lot of people knew that until that Black History graphic came up.
Yeah, I was like,
2 years ago, she was right at the top in the middle. Like,
and then I went and saw her. I think she posted something on Valentine's Day and showed her daddy. I was like, also, you got soul Ruka. Oh, okay, I like you. I'm already a fan. My bad, Courtney.
So it's fine. Well, the people can always find me here every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know, the top of the hour, I'm doing my watch along for Dynamite. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's happening. So give the AEW originals a chance. That's all I have to say. Don't lose them and give them a chance. But
be smart, Tony. Be smart. That's what she's saying. Don't be dumb.
Be dumb so they can come to WWE. Keep being dumb.
No, be smart. But they can always follow me on @CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram. You can check out my latest post where I had my reaction of my client, the Timeless One, making history. And also make sure to follow Bell to Bell, ISPW Wrestling, as I'm going to be doing a lot of work for them in the coming weeks. And thank you, everybody, for joining on this wonderful edition of WWT Live, Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's network.
Before we go, I just got to say it. Incredible job hosting today, Courtney.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to
your flowers. Incredible job hosting today. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we congratulate you on here.
Meat.
Oh, goodness.
Meat. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for joining Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Have a great evening and be safe.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.